Hello and welcome back to MSc. My name's Laura and I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about Business Matters, which is one of 11 new shows that MSc has got planned for the coming months. We know loads of you are studying business or thinking about studying business, so yeah, we hope we can bring you some great insight here. First up though, here's a trailer of what's to come in Business Matters.
Business Matters is a brand new show from MSE. If you love the idea of studying or working in business, then this is the place for you.
So welcome to the study of business.
Business Matters will explore all aspects of business and related subjects. We'll look at courses and degrees as well as companies and entrepreneurship. We'll have expert advice and insight, plus some amazing interactive content designed with you in mind.
We're going to be studying about how people make decisions in economics. It's what it's all about.
We'd love to hear from you guys with content ideas as we build towards our launch, and you can also download the MSE app for bonus content and to send us your contributions. At MSE, Business Matters. See you soon.
So that was Business Matters. Before we go into that in a bit more detail, I'm just going to run you through all the other exciting new shows that we're going to be launching here at MSE. So today we're talking about Business Matters, but tomorrow we've got 100% Oxbridge. Then fast forwarding to the weekend, we've got The Performer on Sunday. Then Think Psychology, Inside Medicine, EPQ Guide and Law Cafe all next week. And then the week after, on Sunday the 10th, we've got Innovation Hub, and on Monday the 11th of May, we've got the GCSE show. So we're looking at 11 exciting new shows here at MSE. We spoke about Creative Studio yesterday and the uni show on Monday. So now let's get stuck into talking a bit more about Business Matters. We've got three kind of topics we want to talk about, just run you through some potential ideas for content. We really want to get loads of feedback from you guys, so leave us all your comments, what you want us to make content about, any questions you might have, and just leave us your feedback on these ideas. So the first subject we're looking at is A-level and uni study. We know that loads of you take A-level economics or business studies, and loads more of you want to go on to study a business-related course at university. So we'll be looking a little bit about the difference between business studies and economics if you're thinking of taking either of these for A-level or even at university as well, because there are sort of differences and one might be more suited to you than the other. Then next up, we're thinking of helping you guys with some tips and advice for choosing a university course if you're thinking of studying a business-related degree. We might look at, we know some specialist business schools versus doing a business course at another university. Looking at the different styles of courses and things like that. So let us know if you've got any particular topics you want covered on that one. And then the last thing we've got here is, what is it really like? Maybe you might not have studied GCSE business studies or economics and be choosing it for A-level, or you might not even have chosen it for A-level and want to be studying it at university. So we'll be trying to bring you some of that insight, things that you might not have known. We'll be hearing from current students, finding out what they wish they'd known before they started. And when this lockdown is all over, we're really excited to be getting back on the ground, meeting people in universities and current students and really getting first-hand feedback from them. So let us know what you think of that, and I'll just move on to the next topic we're looking at, which is real-world business. So we'll be looking at all sorts of businesses, from the really, really small to the huge corporations. So first up, we'll be looking at startups. So what does that actually mean? What do you have to do if you want to start your own business? Looking at some real world examples of startup businesses, some of which might have grown to be huge brands that you recognize today. So next up we'll be looking at some of these large companies. We see corporations every time we walk down the high street anywhere, and some of these companies will have offices in like every country in the world. So really, really different from startups. We'll be delving into those, what kind of makes them tick. And then last thing we've got here, looking at business and markets, looking a bit more about the economic side of things, supply and demand, and really unpicking some of those terms you might have heard loads but not really understand that well. So let us know again what you think of this, if there's any particular topics you want us to cover. Leave us your feedback. That's what we're here for. We want to find out what you guys want us to make content about. And I'll just move on to that last slide now, which I think will be useful for a lot of people. And this one we've called Money and Me. So we'll be looking at personal finances and how money affects you in your lives now. There's a lot of things, again, you might have heard your parents talking about, but not really understand them and have never really been brave enough to ask. So first thing we'll be looking at here is getting a paid job when you're a young person, what opportunities there are for you, tips on how to apply for them and how to search for a job, and maybe some tips about how you can fit that around your school or uni work. Next up, being self-employed. So we'll look a bit more about what being self-employed actually means, all the various bits of paperwork and procedures you have to go through to register as self-employed, and how that might compare to having a more conventional job. And then the last one we've got here is, as I mentioned before, personal finances. So even small things like setting up bank accounts, registering for taxes and social insurance, and all those things that, like I said before, you might have, you know they exist, but you might not really know how it works properly. So we'll be trying to unpick all of that stuff for you guys and make it as easy as possible. So let us know what you think. Let us know if you've got any questions, particular areas you want us to cover. That's what we're here for. We really want to help you guys and make the best content we can for you. So I hope that gave you a nice little insight into some of the plans we've got for Business Matters. As I mentioned at the start of this video, Business Matters is just one of 11 new shows that MSc is really excited to be working on at the moment. We are having a launch chat for each of these shows. So this is number 3 of 11. We had Creative Studio yesterday and the uni show on Monday. Coming up tomorrow, I'll be back talking about 100% Oxbridge. And then fast forwarding to the weekend, we've got the Performer on Sunday. And then next week, Think Psychology, Inside Medicine, EPQ Guide, and Law Cafe. And then the last two, the following weekend, we've got Innovation Hub on Sunday the 10th of May and the GCSE show on Monday the 11th of May. So let us know in the comments which of these shows you're really excited about, and we'll hopefully see you then. Bye.